Good morning, I'm Natalie with KQNK. Today is Friday, July 12th. Currently, with fog and mist conditions, it is 68 degrees. The humidity is 94%. The wind speed is southeast at 6 miles per hour. The barometric pressure is 30.05, and the dew point is 66 degrees. It's 8:04 and time for Kansas News.
Kansas Information Network News, I'm Jen Austin. Jail populations in Kansas are down, but Ellis County Sheriff Scott Braun warned this might be temporary. JP Bizette has more.
The Ellis County Jail, with a capacity of 72, has been averaging around 68 inmates daily. However, an incoming assessment suggests the need for a new 95-bed facility by next year. Braun noted other counties also see lower inmate numbers, but he expects a rise. Changes in county attorney and judge roles could impact future jail populations. The assessment calls for out-of-county housing and saving for a new facility.
JP Bizette reporting. The National Weather Service monitors reservoirs and noted that the Cheney Reservoir's water supply is the lowest it's been in over a decade, at over 6 feet below normal levels. There are water conservation measures in place in the city of Wichita, including limitations on watering lawns and drought-resistant grass being installed in city parks. The city manager will be the one to decide if the next phase of drought restrictions would be necessary. They'll continue to monitor. This is Kansas Information Network News.
With today's inflation straining your budget, your Kansas Farm Bureau membership can help keep more money in your pocket. Save up to 75% off preferred home and office products with Office Depot. Special package pricing with Lifeline screenings. Exclusive savings on post-frame buildings with QSI. And join the Kansans who've switched to Kansas Farm Bureau health plans. And enjoy significant savings on nationwide medical health care coverage. Join today. For a full list of benefits, visit kfb.org/benefits.
How was your drive to school?
Let me tell you, I had to get my iced coffee first. I just can't seem to put it down. My favorite rapper just announced a tour. My phone was buzzing like crazy. I'm so excited. I had to text all my friends right then to talk about it. Then, someone started calling me and...
Let's try that again.
I turned my phone off right away. I never drive distracted.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Good morning, I'm Natalie Hadley with your KQNK News. Brought to you by Firebolt Ag, LLC, serving all of your chemical and fertilizer needs. Republican Senator Michael Fagg made a compelling case for scheduling joint House and Senate hearings on options for developing medical marijuana legislation in advance of convening the 2025 Kansas legislature. On Tuesday, the Legislative Coordinating Council, comprised of Republican and Democratic leadership in both chambers, granted the Senate Utilities Committee chairman's request for 2 days of interim meetings to hash out opportunities for Kansas to join the 14 states that legalize medical consumption of marijuana, with 24 other states, including Missouri and Colorado, allowing recreational consumption of marijuana. Fagg said a conversation about medical marijuana was warranted after the announcement in May by the U.S. Department of Justice that it proposed to move cannabis with THC content over 0.3% from designation as a Schedule I drug, viewed as having no medical benefit, to the less restrictive Schedule III. The result could ease some restrictions on cannabis-related research, promote cannabinoid drug development, and alter the legal framework for cannabis growers and distributors. He added that although the legislature has worked to address medical marijuana, further study is needed. The change would be the most significant shift in federal drug policy in decades. However, it doesn't mean commerce permitted under the state law for medical or recreational marijuana would be matched under federal law. In part, the committee would also consider how other states handled medical marijuana access for military veterans and patients suffering end-of-life medical challenges. And another element of the hearings would be the structure of CBD enforcement in Kansas. The number of traffic deaths on Kansas back roads, streets, and highways increased in the decade from 2013 to 2023, despite 3 consecutive annual reductions that cut fatalities below 400 for the first time since 2015. State and federal transportation reports and an assessment by TRIP, a nonprofit organization researching and distributing data on transportation issues, shows that traffic fatalities in Kansas expanded 11% during the 10-year period, And the peak in Kansas fatalities during the decade was 461 deaths in 2017, which fell within the boundaries of a 7-year stretch in which the state averaged 423 traffic deaths per year. Reports showed roadway deaths in Kansas diminished 8% from 2021 to 2023, culminating with 388 fatalities in 2023. And that figure more closely resembled a 3-year period marked by 350 fatalities in 2013, 385 in 2014, and 355 in 2015. TRIP also showed that crashes in U.S. highway work zones resulted in 4,316 fatalities from 2018 to 2022, which reflected an increase of 18% from 756 in 2018 to 891 in 2022. And in Kansas, highway work zone accidents resulted in 32 fatalities from 2018 to 2022. Michael White, the executive director of the Kansas Contractors Association, said distracted driving is an increasing factor in work zone crashes, so that's why 38 other states have taken action to make their roadways safer with hands-free legislation. The Kansas House approved a bill during the 2024 session that would have prohibited drivers under the age of 18 from using a mobile telephone while behind the wheel and would have banned anyone operating a vehicle to use a cell phone in a school or construction zone. However, the Kansas Senate didn't act on the bill. White said they applaud the Kansas House for taking the first step this year, and they're looking forward to working with the Kansas Senate to move this issue forward next year so that Kansans aren't left behind on this important safety front. The Norton County Sheriff's Office reported on social media that their office was recently made aware of a Medicare phone scam where the caller informed the person that they called that they were from a Medicare health agency, reportedly to check to see if the citizen had received their new Medicare card. And the caller also tried to offer for purchase medical items that this person didn't want or need. Norton County Sheriff Troy Thompson would like to remind everyone in Norton County that phone scammers will try to take advantage of just about any person, regardless of their age. And everyone needs to educate themselves about giving out personal information over the telephone or the internet. Sheriff Thompson also said to remember that Medicare will never call you to sell you anything or visit you at your home. Medicare or someone representing Medicare will only call and ask for personal information in limited situations. That includes when a customer service representative from 1-800-633-4227 calls you if you've called and left a message or a representative said that someone would call back. And if you filed a report of suspected fraud, you may get a call from someone representing Medicare to follow up on your investigation. In Nebraska news, the Nebraska Commission of Industrial Relations, or CIR, which rules on labor disputes, issued an order upholding Governor Jim Pillen's November 2023 Executive Order 2317 for all state employees to return to work. The CIR's decision completely upheld the validity of the governor's executive order, ruling that the issue of ordering the state's workforce back to the office is fully under the governor's executive authority, and they dismissed all of the Nebraska Association of Public Employee Unions' claims. In a statement, Governor Pillen said this ruling is a vindication of the state's right to determine that its public servants will come into work where they can be most productive. The COVID-19 pandemic is long over, and it's likewise long overdue that the full workforce is physically back. He said he was grateful for this thorough and well-reasoned decision and to the state's personnel and legal teams for their tremendous work in securing the victory on behalf of the people of Nebraska. According to the governor's office, he expects all state agency heads to enforce Executive Order number 2317 immediately. The Omaha Police Department made an arrest on Thursday in the death of a 5-year-old boy, as police reported that 40-year-old Juanita Pinion, the boy's foster mother, was charged on suspicion of child abuse by neglect resulting in death. At around 5 p.m. on Wednesday, July 10th, officers responded to 93rd and Binney Streets on a report of an unresponsive child. The boy was found inside the vehicle and taken to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. Police said it appears the child was left unattended in the vehicle for an extended period of time, and an investigation is ongoing. According to the United States Attorney's Office, 24-year-old Stephen James Martinez of Lincoln was sentenced on Thursday, July 11th in federal court to 6 years in prison for 2 counts of distribution of 5 grams or more of methamphetamine. And after he serves his sentence, he's set to begin a 5-year term of supervised release. An undercover officer purchased methamphetamine from Martinez in Lincoln on 2 different occasions, and authorities said one purchase was approximately 1 ounce and the other purchase was approximately 2 ounces. Testing showed those 2 quantities contained a total of at least 52 grams of actual methamphetamine. The case was investigated by the Lincoln-Lancaster County Drug Task Force. I'll be back with more in just a moment.
Firebolt Ag is a full-service fertilizer and chemical retailer. They customize products for individual farmers' needs, with the primary focus being customer profitability. Let Josh and Jack help you get the most out of your farm ground. They also provide in-house marketing with Ron Wall of Flatwater Solutions. Visit Ron in Phillipsburg or call Josh at 785-854-8484 or Jack at 308-840-2819. Firebolt Ag, your leader in agriculture.
The Crisis Center Incorporated, along with the Kansas Coalition Against Sexual and Domestic Violence, have announced the rebranding of the 24/7 Kansas Crisis Hotline for Domestic Violence and Sexual Assault to Safe Line Kansas. This initiative aims to raise awareness and increase visibility of this crucial resource for victims and survivors of sexual and domestic violence in Kansas. Safe Line Kansas offers support at any time, free of charge, and is completely confidential, and individuals can reach out by text or phone, ensuring that help is always within reach. The service provides comprehensive resources from emotional support and safety planning to practical resources such as finding your local sexual assault advocacy agency for help in creating a plan of hope and survival. Individuals in need can immediately and confidentially access SafeLine Kansas by typing SAFE to 847-411 for the text line, or by dialing 1-888-363-2287 for the toll-free live answer phone line. For more information about SafeLine Kansas, you can visit safelinekansas.org. The Kansas Department of Transportation began a resurfacing project on a portion of US 83 in Decatur and Sheridan counties on July 8th. The project work involves a mill and overlay starting near the K383 junction in Sheridan County and extending 9.5 miles to the north. Traffic through the areas where crews are actively working will be directed by flaggers and a pilot car, and motorists should plan for delays of 15 minutes or less during the daylight hours, though emergency vehicles will still be able to pass through. The Kansas Department of Transportation expects this work to be complete in mid-August, conditions permitting. Unofficial minutes of the regular meeting of the Board of Education for Unified School District 211 that was held on Monday, July 8th, includes that Michael Terry explained the changes agreed upon by the negotiation teams for the master contract and asked the board to ratify the master contract for the 2024-2025 school year. A motion was made by Jennifer Miller and seconded by Ryan Katz to ratify the master contract for the 2024-2025 school year as presented, and the motion carried. Jennifer Miller presented a summary of the June 17th NCKSEC board meeting. Jennifer Miller motioned and was seconded by Kate Sprigg to adopt board policies BBG, BCBK, CJ, CL, EBBG, EE, ID, IF, and JBE as presented. The motion passed 6-0. After 4 executive sessions to discuss personnel job assignments pursuant to the non-elected personnel exception under KOMA, a motion was made by Dina Linty and seconded by Jennifer Miller to accept the nominations of Hannah Urban as the Norton Community High School student teacher in math for the 2024-2025 school year, Jennifer Frick as the junior high girls assistant basketball coach for the 2024-2025 season, Sean Anderson as the high school assistant football coach, and Dana Miller as the high school assistant wrestling coach. The motion carried 6-0. A motion was made by Dina Winty and seconded by Jennifer Miller to accept the resignations of Libby Nicholson as the second grade teacher at Eisenhower Elementary School effective immediately, Stephanie Graham as the Eisenhower Elementary School secretary aide, and Melissa Granberry as the high school assistant wrestling coach. The motion carried 6-0. A motion was made by Dina Winty and seconded by Jennifer Miller to approve wages as presented for classified staff and for returning administrator salaries. The motion carried 6-0. A motion was made by Jennifer Miller and seconded by Dina Winty to hold a special meeting on July 23rd at 7:45 a.m. to approve the publishing of the budget and to exceed the revenue neutral rate in the newspaper. The motion carried 6-0. A motion was made by Jennifer Miller and seconded by Dina Winty to hold a special meeting on August 20th for the USD 211 Needs Assessment and Goals at 6 p.m., a revenue neutral rate hearing at 7 p.m., and the budget hearing at 7:10 p.m. The motion carried 6-0. President Michael Terry then adjourned the meeting at 9:02 p.m. Visitation for Linda Wallmeyer, 81 of Jennings, will be held from 5 to 7 p.m., with a vigil and rosary at 7 p.m. today, Friday, July 12th, at the new Almelo Gymnasium. Funeral Mass will be held at 10:30 a.m. tomorrow, Saturday, July 13th, at the St. Joseph Catholic Church in New Almelo, with burial in the church cemetery. In lieu of flowers, memorials may be made to the St. Joseph Catholic Church and sent in care of Plummer Gobber Funeral Home, 215 West Main Street in Norton. For more information or to leave condolences, you can visit plummergobber.com. Memorial services for Mary Ann Cannaday, 80 of Norton, formerly of Chardron, Nebraska, will be held at 10 a.m. tomorrow, Saturday, July 13th, at the Norton Christian Church, and memorial contributions may be made to the Norton Flower Fund. The arrangements have been made by Plummer Gobber Funeral Home, 215 West Main Street in Norton, and condolences may be left at plummergobber.com. I'm Natalie Hadley. Your KQNK News was brought to you by Firebolt Ag, LLC, farmers helping farmers to succeed. You can contact Firebolt Ag today to get the most out of your farmland. Your KQNK weather forecast is being brought to you by Hinkle Termite and Pest Control, your Norton experts for all of your pest control needs. Your forecast for today, it should be sunny and hot with a high near 102 and a southeast wind of 5 to 15 miles per hour. For tonight, there's a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m., and then a slight chance of showers after 4 a.m. Otherwise, it'll be mostly clear with a low around 70, and the chance of precipitation tonight is 20%. On Saturday, it should be sunny and hot with a high near 105. On Saturday night, mostly clear with a low around 73. On Sunday, sunny and hot with a high near 107. And on Sunday night, partly cloudy with a low around 74. I'll be back with the rest of your forecast in just a moment.
When you got bugs, we know what a nuisance that can be.
Lock 'em out. From Hinkle Termite and Pest Control, Lock 'em Out is our very effective residential insect prevention program. We'll come to your place and treat your foundation plus all insect entryways. And while we're there, receive a free termite inspection. Call Mr. Rich Wenzel, our certified technician in Norton, at 785-202-0167. That's 202-0167.
Continuing with your weather forecast, on Monday it should be mostly sunny and hot with a high near 104. On Tuesday, there's a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Otherwise, it'll be partly sunny with a high near 92. On Wednesday, there's a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Should be mostly cloudy with a high near 79. And on Thursday, it should be mostly sunny with a high near 83. Currently, with fog and mist conditions, it is 68 degrees. The humidity is 94%. The wind speed is southeast at 10 miles per hour. The barometric pressure is 30.04. The dew point is 66 degrees, and the current visibility is 4 miles. Your weather was brought to you by Hinkle Termite and Pest Control right here in Norton. You can call Hinkle Termite and Pest Control at 785-202-0167 for all of your pest control needs. It is 8:23.
My neighbor invited me to a Wounded Warrior Project event. I didn't know what to expect, but it felt like everyone understood me. We got each other. So I got more involved. I joined support groups with other women warriors, and it helped me realize a new purpose in my life.
Through our hands-on programs, supportive community, and ongoing advocacy, we help post-9/11 veterans realize what's possible. Learn more at woundedwarriorproject.org/possible.
Your Kansas Sports Report is being brought to you by United Northwest Federal Credit Union, where everything they do for you.
Create new memories on your adventures with Visa CU Money reloadable prepaid cards at United Northwest Federal Credit Union. When you're ready for your next adventure, keep it going smoothly with our convenient app to manage your money wherever you are. CU Money cards are compatible with mobile wallets, secure and funds are quick and simple to access. Get your Visa CU Money reloadable prepaid card today at United Northwest Federal Credit Union, where everything we do for you. NCUA insured.
KIN Sports, I'm Spencer Dupuis at Big 12 Media Days. Kansas head coach Lance Leipold talked about Jalen Daniels as he comes back from his injuries last year.
Jalen Daniels has been tested in so many different ways, and to persevere and handle it in today's college football world, social media, speculation, and all those things, to watch him on a daily basis walk in with the smile that he has that lights up a room, stay positive, be there for his teammates, even when he's not available, it speaks volumes to me each and every day. It makes me a fan of him as well as being fortunate to be his head coach. So I know he's tested to handle anything that may come his way. He continues to learn as a quarterback. I think it's well documented that when he's on the field, we are a lot better football team. We can be pretty explosive, and he's the leader there. I feel very good about our quarterback room as a whole, but I'm excited to see what Jalen will do this season for us. He's doing everything that doctors, trainers, strength coaches are having him do, and I can't wait to get to August.
Kansas Information Network Sports, I'm Spencer Dupuis.
No young person should ever have to worry about having a safe place to sleep at night, or a warm meal to eat, or whether anyone cares about them.
But the reality is, 1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
But the good news is, there's an organization making a big difference. Covenant House.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis and giving them the support and the tools they need to succeed in life.
I have no words to express how Covenant House changed my life. They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding.
When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, and love, most of all love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges, and their lives are transformed.
Covenant House is changing the lives of young people in cities across America.
To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today.
As farmers gear up to harvest the crops we all depend on, Norton County Hospital and Clinics reminds you to harvest safe and drive smart. As you hit the roads, be patient and stay alert around farm vehicles. Expect slow-moving equipment with limited visibility. Keep a safe distance, wait for them to pull over, and never pass in no passing zones. Farmers, ensure you're visible and aware of your surroundings. Let's share the road and ensure a safe harvest for all.
No one knows the importance of a great assist more than Lowe's and Leo Messi. That's why we've teamed up to give My Lowe's Rewards members 10 times the points when Messi makes an assist during CONMEBOL Copa America USA 2024. Activate this offer starting June 20th, so when Messi assists, you score. Shop the day after an assist to earn those extra points. Not a My Lowe's Rewards member? Join for free today. Visit Lowe's.com/Messi for more details.
Kansas Agriculture Network Markets.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Greg Akagi. Right now, let's check the weather.
Good morning. It's been a very active night across parts of eastern Kansas. We had a disturbance that rolled in from the northwest. A lot of moisture coming in from the south and east, and that produced some thunderstorms, some of those severe with some damaging wind gust and hail. But the main threats were very heavy rainfall. In fact, some folks in southeastern Kansas saw anywhere from 2 to 6 inches of rain with near stationary storms. The real story now is heat settling in until the middle of next week, and the stormy weather pattern returns by Wednesday. Sunny and hot 101 today in northwestern Kansas. Chance of a thunderstorm this morning, 100 in north central Kansas. Sunny, hot, and 95 in the northeast part of the state. Southwestern Kansas, hot and humid today with a high 100. Sunny and 101 likely in the south central part of the state. Cleared tonight, low in the mid-70s. Then sunny in southeastern Kansas today. It'll be breezy with a high in the mid-90s. The chance of a thunderstorm tonight, are low in the mid-70s. I'm meteorologist Ann Holliday.
As we look at the early calls today, first off on the livestock side, we did see wholesale beef trade continuing lower after Wednesday's sharply lower trade, Tuesday's sharply lower trade. It's continued the downward trend. Wholesale pork did pick up a little bit of steam, but overall the hog index still leaning towards the weaker side. Still some cash cattle, I think, yet to be sold as of yet, but definitely the big price differential between the Southern Plains feedlots at 188, where we've seen the bulk of the trade take place, and the Northern Plains at 198, still a big difference there. As far as the overnight grain trends, weaker wheat futures 13 lower, corn futures 4 cents lower, and soybeans 3 to 5 cents lower. This is the Kansas Ag Network.